Hey guys, it's Karl. I think we all know which are the most popular earbuds out on the market right now, but there's always the hunt for alternatives, both in terms of price and of course features. So I've teamed up with LG to check out two of the newest pairs, and I'm also doing a bit of a giveaway. You can see some of these are nicely wrapped that do feature this little gifting box. So make sure you're subbed to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment down below what you would use these earbuds for, and I had the chance to test them out on a recent trip when I just went to Europe, actually, a bit of vacay. Tied in a bit of work, and these are kind of my thoughts on the new LG Tone Frees. And of course, like I mentioned, there are two pairs. If you're looking for a pair of earbuds that have the latest tech in them, these are the world's first Dolby Atmos earbuds that have Dolby head tracking. So what that essentially means, it identifies the location of the sound when you rotate or move your head around in space and recalibrates to enable a more natural sound experience, so you can always feel like you're in the center of the scene. And unfortunately, that's really tough to portray over video. I guess all sound stuff is, so you'll just have to take my word for it. And when you go into the Tone Free app, that's where you can toggle off head tracking on or off. It's such a unique and interesting experience. And for example, I've got one of my favorite tracks playing right now, and as I rotate my head from the right to the left, the sound is now stronger in the left, moving to the right, and that slowly will equalize when I put my head back to the middle. So it almost seems like there's a DJ playing ahead of me, and naturally, when you turn your head, if someone was playing in front of you, you would hear more of that music coming out of the left side, and obviously that would switch to the right. So a really cool new piece of tech. It just gives you more of an immersive experience. I get that everyone doesn't listen to their music just stationary, and this gives you that extra bit of engagement, almost a bit more of reality in something that is typically just through two separate audio channels. So I think that's really cool, and you can always toggle that on or off depending if you like it or if you don't. The second key feature which I love about the Tone Free lineup, and I actually really appreciated a lot when I was traveling, is the fact that this has a UV Nano Plus charging case. So that kills 99.9% of the bacteria found on the ear gels, because I mentioned who knows what's floating around in airports, in airplanes. Just place the earbuds into the case and they'll start a charging cycle. It's a really cool feature to have, and one that I haven't really seen on too many other pairs of earbuds. And overall, the design of the Tone Frees are some of my favorites, and I've tested literally hundreds of pairs of wireless earbuds. They're some of the sleekest. They don't have elongated tips. They're not too bulky. They have medical grade ear gel. They fit nice and comfy in your ears. For audio quality, once again, something super tough to portray over video, but for the size, they are some of the best sounding earbuds that I've used. They do have an equalizer app that I like to use, and I do have mine set to the bass boost. I am someone that listens to a bit of bass heavier music, especially electronic music, but across all ranges, I thought these sounded great. And you can see there, LG times Meridian, so they get all of their tech, all of their EQ from Meridian, which is a British high fidelity audio company, and LG has been partnered with Meridian now for the past couple of years, so most of their audio line does fall into that space. They've got pretty much all intuitive touch controls, and of course active noise canceling, which helped a ton on planes, helped drown out the sound of a couple crying babies. And maybe the best part, which I don't think is touched on too much for headphones, is the mic quality. Even though I was on vacation, I still had to take a couple work calls even through that time difference, and having a good mic is such a huge feature. And I would say even more expensive earbuds or even over the ear headphones, despite them being $500-600, you can take your pick of the most popular. The thing that lacks the most is their interior or their internal microphone. These, honestly, I could get by, manage all my calls mostly at team or Zoom meetings, which I took on these, and even when I was chatting with people back home in Toronto, just using the internal mic on these was honestly great. And the last thing before we get into the second pair is the battery life. So 9 hours, and that's a bit longer than most pairs of earbuds. And when you combine them with the little charging case, you get around 27 hours of playback. So even across those long flights, I think the longest one from London to Toronto was 7.5 hours on the way back, I could get by in one single charge. These do have an IPX rating. They're IPX4, which means they have a decent water resistance rating. But if you're looking for a pair of earbuds, mostly for working out, that really have a higher water resistance rating, check these out. These are the tone-free TF8s. So these are really geared towards more workout heavy people, those that love to sweat or even get a bit wet. On their product homepage, these are drenched in water and they do have an IPX7 rating, so better than the other tone-frees. And the second feature that makes them great for workouts are these little fins on the earbuds, just because if you're being super active, if you're running around, tumbling around, I don't know what you guys do for workouts, but in case you find that your earbuds typically fall out, and I have found that these earbuds and most other standard earbuds, if I'm working out real heavy in the gym, if I'm switching from stretching, if I'm kind of rolling around, just kind of being active, most earbuds I find tend to fall out. So these little fins will help counteract that. Another really cool gym feature as people make their way back into actual real gyms. I know that people love to work out on treadmills, on spin bikes, love to watch content TV on it to help the time go by. A lot of those machines or workout machines don't have Bluetooth on them. So if you want to listen to the music, you can actually plug in this little cradle, this little charging dock via a cable that's included inside of the box into the 3.5mm headphone jack on your workout machine, and you can use these earbuds. So you can clearly see suited towards the workout people or geared towards them. They still sound really great, have high fidelity audio. They have slightly less battery life, so 10 hours per charge. And in total with the charging case, you get 30. They've got a 3 mic system, so once again, one less than the other tone frees. So if you're really looking for a pair of earbuds that are suited for workouts, these could be for you. And I think for most people, the classic tone frees would be my recommended choice. So anyways, that's kind of been my review of my new favorite pair of earbuds. And remember, we've got a couple extra pairs to give away. I actually don't know which device is in each, so I guess you'll get a surprise in the mail. So just be sure to comment down below what you would use your earbuds for. Perhaps if you prefer a pair, just make sure you're subbed to the channel. Follow me over on Instagram, as YouTube is still struggling with their YouTube spam. Don't fall for any of the fake giveaway stuff. I will DM you personally on IG for your shipping info. So hopefully you guys enjoy this vid, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next ones. Peace.